For the first time in recorded history, not one young woman in England died of cervical cancer, and it comes down to a single injection. America quietly finished building something that makes more power than the Hoover Dam, and the coral reefs everyone keeps talking doomed. Scientists just found tens of thousands of them that can survive. This is Chat Council, and here are 7 good news stories from this week that you didn't hear enough about this. Let's go. India has one of the biggest smoking problems on the planet, and in about 20 years, it quietly cut in half. Today, that's been roughly cut in two. Smoking specifically dropped from about 1 in 5 adults down to around 1 in 10. And this is the kind of win that's easy to scroll past because it's invisible. Nobody films the heart attack that didn't happen. But smoking kills nearly a million people in India every single year. So cutting the rate in half isn't a statistic. It's hundreds of thousands of future funerals that just don't happen. And here's the part I love. It's not only India. The WHO says the number of smokers worldwide is down 27% since 2010. The most addictive habit on earth is slowly losing, quietly everywhere. There's a global army that saves millions of lives every year, no uniform, and they don't get paid a single cent. New numbers just dropped from the WHO, and they are kind of beautiful. In 2023, the world collected about 120 million blood donations, and over 85% of them came from people who volunteered. No payment, no reward, just rolling up a sleeve for a total stranger. Globally, donations are up nearly 19% in a decade. Think about what one pack of blood actually does. A mom hemorrhaging during childbirth, a kid with severe anemia, a crash victim on a random Tuesday night. That's who's on the other end of it. Now the catch. It's not equal. Wealthy countries are just 15% of the world's people but collect 36% of the blood. So a lot of places still run dangerously short. But the headline is simple. More humans than ever are quietly keeping strangers alive. For years, people argued about whether going green actually makes money. While they argued, it quietly became a $10 trillion industry. The London Stock Exchange Group just ran the numbers on the green economy. Basically, every company earning money from clean energy, clean water, efficiency, that whole world. The total value? Over $10 trillion for the first time ever. To put that in perspective, as its own sector, it will now be bigger than the entire healthcare industry, third biggest on the planet behind only tech and heavy industry. Here's the kicker. This all happened during energy shocks, market chaos, and politicians actively trying to slow it down. Turns out, when clean tech also means cheaper bills and energy you actually control, the money just follows. The green premium everyone complained about is turning into green profit. Imagine being told you are going to get a lifelong disease and then being handed a way to push it back by 3 whole years. For about a century, type 1 diabetes has worked out one brutal way. Your immune system attacks your own body and then it's insulin, injection, and monitoring for life. The treatment only ever started after the damage was done. Not anymore. England just became the first country in Europe to approve a drug called teplizumab through its health system. It's a one-time two-week course, and in trials, it delayed the full onset of type 1 diabetes by an average of nearly 3 years. 3 years. For a kid, that's extra time to just be a kid before the daily grind of managing it begins. It's the first treatment that actually targets the root cause, not just the symptoms. It's not a cure, and it's not for everyone yet. But for the first time in 100 years, we are not just managing the disease, we are delaying it. For the first time in recorded history, not one young woman in England died of cervical cancer. Zero. And it comes down to one injection given to teenagers. A new study in The Lancet tracked women aged 20 to 24 in England from 2020 to 2024. The number who died of cervical cancer? Zero. None. The first time that's ever happened over the 5-year stretch. Rewind to the early 2000s, and around 25 women that age were dying every 5 years. The reason is the HPV vaccine rolled out to schoolgirls back in 2008. That generation is now in their 20s, and almost nobody in it is dying of this cancer. Researchers think the jab has already prevented around 200 deaths. A single vaccine basically erasing a cancer type. That's wild. The one worry, vaccination rates have been slipping below the level needed to wipe it out for good. But the proof is right here. We have got a cancer that we can almost switch off. We just have to keep using the switch. America just finished building something that makes more power than the Hoover Dam, and almost nobody noticed. It's called Sunzia, an $11 billion wind farm in New Mexico. Over 900 turbines wired to the rest of the country through a 550-mile power line. It just went fully live. It's the biggest clean energy project the US has ever built, 3 times bigger than the next 2 wind farms combined. Enough to power around 1 million homes, with most of it flowing to California. Now, here's the jaw dropper. The Hoover Dam was built in about 5 years. Sunzia took roughly 18, most of that stuck in permits and lawsuit. And it was built almost entirely with private money, even while the federal government was actively slowing clean energy down. So the real takeaway isn't just big wind farm. It's proof America can still build huge, ambitious things if it can figure out how to do it in less than 18 years. For years, we have been told coral reefs are basically doomed. Scientists just dropped a map that quietly says, not these ones. Researchers analyzed 45,000 coral surveys plus decades of ocean data, and they found around 64,000 square miles of reef that can actually survive and bounce back from climate change. That's 3 times more than anyone previously estimated, spread across 71 countries, including spots nobody had ever flagged before. And here's why it matters. Coral reefs are a tiny sliver of the ocean, but they support a quarter of all marine life and feed over 500 million people. As one of the scientists put it, reefs usually get treated as beyond saving. This research shows we actually know where the survivors are. The catch? Only about a third of the stuffed reefs are currently protected. And with another big ocean heatwave on the way, the window to protect them is right now. For once, the coral story isn't we lost it. It's here's the map, go. And those were 7 reasons the world got a little better this week. If even one of those gave you a small hit of hope, hit subscribe. We do this every week. And as promised, for sticking around to the very end, here's your cute picture. See you next week.